Hey guys, and welcome back. Today's video is all about all of the learning manipulatives and tools that I use for my 2 and 3-year-olds to teach them different things. If you're interested, please stick around. I hope you subscribe to this channel, like this video if you like it, and let's hop right into the video. I want to thank the sponsor of today's video. It is the folks over at Silly Goose Kids. They are on Instagram. I will link their Instagram information below. But this is a stay-at-home mom who has created a wonderful company to help engage your kids in learning. This is a manipulative. These little flashcards that you can use to practice tracing shapes. They're puzzles that can be fit together. This one is a weather themed one, and basically the mini weather flashcards have dry erase tracing on them, and you can use this for sequencing, line shapes, number recognition, letter recognition. So head over to Silly Goose Kids if you want to check that out. I definitely will be buying more. So guys, I kind of want to preface this video by saying I do not want you guys to go out and buy all of this stuff. This video was requested after I showed a few of the manipulatives that I use in my ABCs video and also in some of my other videos about how to homeschool your kids. So if you're interested in these products, definitely go ahead, but don't feel like you need these to teach your kids. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy everything. All of these things were accumulated over the last 3 years. Every Christmas, every birthday, I buy my kids learning tools because they're fun, the kids love to play with them, and they learn at the same time, and they don't even know that they're learning. So I just wanted to preface this by saying that, like, this was accumulated over a long time, and you do not have to buy all of this stuff. In fact, I want you just to get ideas about what you like, what you don't like. Take what you like, write them down, and get those, and leave the rest. There's no reason to get all of this stuff. Secondly, the reason why I've held off on making my shapes and colors video was because I almost exclusively use manipulatives and learning tools to teach my kids shapes and colors. They know all of their shapes and all of the primary, main, and secondary colors. Of course, they're not learning like taupe and fuchsia, but they have learned like a few cool ones like burgundy and olive green. These are just things that I've incorporated based off of the tools and the toys that I have that we play with all of the time. So when it comes to colors and shapes, I use toys. We learn through play, we learn through nature, we learn through the world around us. We don't necessarily use flashcards for shapes, although we do workbooks. So the first thing that I want to show you are these. These are magnet tiles. I have a whole basket of these already, but actually these are back at Aldi, guys. I'm so excited. Real magnet tiles are super expensive, but this 26 piece from Aldi is only $12.99. I got 2 of these because the last time I only got 1. They left Aldi. I couldn't find them anymore, and they were gone for the entire season. Now that it's back to school, these are back at Aldi as of August 2020. So if you have an Aldi near you, definitely go get these. But if not, you can get the real magnet tiles. They're quite expensive. I can link them down below if you would like, just to save you some time. But these are wonderful for teaching shapes, fine motor skills. They're using their fine motor skills, their imagination to make castles, to make bridges, to do all kinds of fun things with. And my son just loves doing this. He loves lining them up and pretending he's making a bridge for his cars. So these are really wonderful for the kids. The second thing that I'll mention are these. These are kind of Montessori inspired learning tools. These are Cbc Blending Blocks. So I'll give you a kind of a close-up basically. I don't know if this is going to be backwards or not, but like hot, cot. You use these to teach reading. So as you guys know, my 3-year-old is learning to read this year. Right now, we are in the phase of ensuring that she knows both her letter sounds for upper and lowercase letters. She has mastered this almost totally and completely. So the next step for us is moving on to blending simple words. I have these blocks. I will link them down below. I got these on Amazon, and they're really cute. And we're just going to take it one by one. So I would say every one of these every maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks for a whole month. We're just going over the word family, at, add, and so on and so forth. If you guys don't know, I used to teach English as a second language to student learners in China, basically on my computer from home. I'll leave the link down below if you're interested in doing that, but I stopped doing that this year after 2.5 years of teaching ESL online because I wanted to focus on my homeschool this year and really honing in on meeting my goals for homeschool and bolstering my children's skill levels in certain areas. The next thing I'll show you that I got is, again, another shapes thing, blocks. I love these wooden blocks. They're Montessori. I will link them. I got them also on Amazon. I got almost all this stuff on Amazon around Christmas time. But I love these blocks because they're really cute and it's very easy for them. They're kind of bigger blocks, so they're able to make like little bridges. We used these in a story play a couple of months ago where basically we did the story of the, oh, I can't even remember the name of it, the gruffy goat or whatever it is. It's like, who's that trip trapping over my bridge? And so we read that story and I made these little popsicle stick puppets, and then we created the bridge out of this. So this is kind of like a bringing stories to life type thing. If you have a bridge in your book or a building or something like that, the last stop on Market Street, maybe you can make a little bridge for the bus to go under. So much that you can do with blocks. I also have these figurines. I only got a few of them to show you guys because I have a huge thing of them, and I also have dinosaurs, and I just didn't want to like bring them all downstairs. But these I just used with some little animal cards, and when my kids were younger, they would match up the animal to the figurine the way that Montessori kind of asks people to do, so that they can really start to identify those animals. We don't use those as much now because they know all of these animals. They don't know all the dinosaurs, but they know what a leopard is, a lion, a tiger, a bear, and all that. So we just use these to talk about colors, animals, and kind of as little learning props for the books that we read. Okay, I'll show you guys this. I had actually just recently opened this. I got this at Christmas last year. This is really cute. It's Melissa and Doug wooden spelling boards. And basically, it's just some of them are shorter, some of them are longer, but it's basically words that you use these little blocks to build the words with. And my 3-year-old is using this now and really enjoying it. I did not even open that until she turned 3 years old because I didn't want those pieces everywhere, and I wanted her to really be able to focus on the task at hand. So this is something that my 2- and 3-year-olds love, love, love. There is a pentagon, a square, a triangle, a rectangle, and circle, and they have to use fine motor skills to fit the pieces onto the correct thing. They have to really use some cognitive skills as well to count how many pegs are in each area and match that with the correct shape. So we use this for shape recognition, we use this for counting, we use this for color recognition, and also just building those fine motor skills to help them complete puzzles. One thing that my kids really love, I got these from the Target dollar spot, and there are these lacing activities. This actually requires quite a bit of dexterity. I have 2 lacing. I have this lacing activity, and I also have this one. And this lacing activity is also like, the child has to be able to hold this and with one hand, fit the block with the other hand. I'm gonna try to do this on, and then pull it through. So this actually takes quite a bit of cognitive and physical skill to do. And if your kid practices that over time, they really will get a lot better at this. When Alexa was 2 years old, she could not do this. Now she's rocking it. Charlotte and Wesley still, they can fit it through, but they can't really pull it through. So we're working together on that. But these are really great learning tools just for shapes, talking about different shapes, like this is a cylinder, different things like that, and 3D shapes. And they even like to use these just to play with and line up and all kinds of stuff. And we talk about the colors. So that's really good. If you'll notice, most of the toys that I have are Melissa and Doug. Most of them are wooden because we do love a lot of the principles of Montessori in our home, using more realistic type realia to basically encourage learning for our kids. And also, my kids are destructive. Plastic stuff, really, I mean, it's not even so much about the environment for me. I mean, save the world, save the planet, save the water, all of that. But it's also about my kids are destructive. They tear up stuff, and these toys are indestructible. For example, these are their kitchen toys. So we do this for imaginative play and having a imaginative play space in their kitchen where they pretend to cook. And so I love these wooden blocks and toys. This is actually part of another manipulative that I have that I don't have set up here, which is basically you fit the pieces together and you can practice using a knife to cut the different, it's a slicing wooden toy set. So this is actually 2 in 1. but I really like this and my kids really love it. I could never ever get rid of it because they adore it. This is just shape boards, and so let me just show you. I want to say this is Melissa and Doug as well. I'll have to double check and link it down below, but I'm pretty sure this is Melissa and Doug. And basically they have to use the various complex shapes to make these different dogs. This is a bird on the back, and there comes like maybe 7 or 8 different boards that are two-sided that are really good for kids. Just do one puzzle at a time, okay, bud? And we'll do those other puzzles later. My kids used this more when they were younger, and they still use it, but they've kind of mastered it at this point. This is my Melissa and Doug latches board, and this is really good. It's very well loved. I don't know if you can see how well loved it is, but this was great for helping them with fine motor skills. There's all kinds of locks and latches and different things, and then there's some counting things on the inside. This is a really cute interactive toy and something that I really recommend for 1 to 2 year olds. And actually my 3-year-old still likes to play with it, even if it's just to latch it really quickly and then move on to the next thing. I wanted to show you guys, this is just a basket of wooden trains and plastic toys and cars and stuff. We use this for color and counting and symmetry. Like we'll line up 3 cars on one side and then say, okay, how many more cars do we need on the other side to make it even? So this is a really obviously good thing for my little boy. Loves cars. I showed you guys this in my last video, I think, or maybe it's going to be in a forthcoming video. This is my Abacus. I got this from Target. I will link one below, but this is very helpful with counting. This is not Melissa and Doug. I got this on Amazon, and it's got a chalkboard on one side, and on the other side, it's got a whiteboard. I don't know if you can see that, but this is really good for imaginative play because basically it's animal pieces, and you put them together. They're magnets, and you can stick them together and create a little scene. Wow, Alexa, what are you making over here?
I'm making some.
Let's let Sissy play with her toy, okay? Sissy's doing that. This is my absolute favorite Melissa and Doug puzzle. This was fantastic for letter recognition. We use this almost daily when my kids were learning their ABCs, and they are still reinforcing. I'm still using this to reinforce their letter sounds. I have a ton of wooden puzzles, all Melissa and Doug. I just showed you my favorite, but I have probably like 20 in the living room, and I only take them down as needed because, guys, I have 3 toddlers, and they will rip through them and lose the pieces. So we just take down 3 at a time, and then we put them back up. This is also Melissa and Doug puzzles. This is one of my favorites. It has these really big pieces, and you basically just use them, and you can talk about the colors and the shapes. But I love them because there's so many different scenes that you can create, like trains, birds, so on. So this is a puzzle set that I really recommend because some of the other puzzles that I bought, they do them a few times and they get bored of them, whereas this has so many different boards. It's like 10 puzzles in one. So I really appreciate that about Melissa and Doug because these are double-sided. One other thing is that I make my own Play-Doh. If you guys are interested in a video on how I make my Play-Doh, please drop a comment down below. I have shown this on my Instagram, and I have a highlight on my Instagram. But if you're not on Instagram for whatever reason, I'm happy to do a short video on how I make my own Play-Doh almost every single week. This Play-Doh lasts a long time. It has no funky smell, and it's fantastic. So this is a hands-on learning tool that I absolutely love, is Play-Doh. I actually print out mats from Teacher Pay Teacher, Play-Doh mats, and basically my kids can roll up the Play-Doh to create the legs of an octopus. We could talk about that. I have quite a few mats of different scenes, like ocean scenes, land scenes, airplane scenes, different things like that, where they can create their own things with help with Play-Doh. And then the last thing I wanted to show you are these books that I get from Aldi. Now, I don't know if you guys would really classify these as hands-on learning tools, but I do because they are sticker books. And I got both of these at Aldi today, but I get these every single time I see them. This one is the human body, and this one is insects and bugs. And I'll just do a quick flip through and show you, like, look at these stickers, guys. They're so big, they're so nice. And what it does is it helps the kids with the fine motor skills to peel them off. That takes a skill. And then to learn to paste them onto the correct page. And then we also read about the different insects for that day. We had another book that was just like this, except this is the updated one from Aldi as of August 2020. This was there today, so we will be using this and incorporating it into our lessons. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all of my learning manipulatives. I didn't bring down some of them. If you're interested in a part 2 of this video, I'm happy to do it, but I did not want this video to be too long. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm always trying to help other moms to learn how to teach their children so they don't fall behind, especially during this crazy COVID time. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.